Hey guys, I'm going to review the latest What I Eat in a Day video by Healthy Crazy Cool. Actually, the first video I ever reviewed was about him in 2017. We'll see how he's doing now, 4 years later. He does look borderline anorexic on the thumbnail. Different hair color. Oh boy. So does she.
Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to another, don't even know what to call this video, but it's going to be kind of like a day in the life. The sun is out, it's a beautiful day. I'm naturally gravitating towards a lot more raw food because when it's hot I just do that. I did a raw vegan day of eating recently, which was controlled by Freely. And I noticed that when I was doing that, I really enjoyed it, but there were definitely certain things that I just, along the way, I thought, I would, for my own preference.
Wow, look at that neck, actually. It's almost scary looking. And of course he's craving raw foods because he's craving raw meat and blood. He wants the hydration, but of course you don't want to eat cooked, dried foods.
Even though I'm not a raw vegan, have no intention of being one. Again, when it's hot, I gravitate more towards a high raw diet, but I just love sweet potatoes, sushi bowls, tofu, way too much to ever go raw vegan. So, never say never, but...
That's because you crave animal foods, obviously. Those are just animal food imitations.
Never. So yeah, I thought it would be interesting to show you a raw vegan full day of eating. I've said this before, but we shop for fresh produce like fruit, greens, etc., herbs, multiple times a week. Number one, because we both eat so much of it, regardless of the season. We literally have no space to cook because it's always just covered with fruits and veggies galore. Anyways, right here I have got some black kale. I think it's also called... Babe, what's it called?
Black Death?
Cavolo Nero. I call it Dino Kale, I don't know. It's really delicious if you kind of just chop it up, put some lemon or lime juice, let it soften a little bit and put it in a salad bowl. Gonna be doing that later. Celery.
Then it's really delicious if you mix it with other stuff and cover it up. Doesn't make any sense.
Always essential. Got some sun-dried tomatoes which I'm just soaking in some
water
because I'm going to use these later. Blend these later with some walnuts to make some raw taco meat. We're not onto the sweet stuff yet, but I just have to show you these first because you have no idea how excited I get about these dates. I keep telling you about them. You need to find them. They're called Zamli dates and they really do just melt in your mouth like pure caramel. I've got a couple of raw nut butters which I'm really
super
excited
unhealthy
about. They're actually dehydrated. I showed you the cashew one in my last full day of eating. I reviewed it.
Yeah, of course, cashew butter, pistachio, always looking for new butters. Because you're always craving actual butter, so you just try all of these nut butters because you're never satisfied. It's so typical.
Can't wait to crack into that later. When I say crack into it later, I may or may not do a nut butter review in this video.
I don't care.
Because... I don't know why. I probably will. I definitely will. Also picked up some of their raw almond butter.
He's so weak and
got
feminine.
Some organic sprouted lentils. And alpha sprouts and I don't know, some other kind of sprouts. Sprouts are literally one of the healthiest, nutrient-dense, nutrient-packed foods in the whole world. Big bag of raw walnuts.
What? What? What are you talking about? They're not even digestible. It's fiber, and they don't have over 50 nutrients because no plants do. What's the most nutritious foods on earth? Liver, brain.
Nuts. I've got some flax crackers. These are pretty luxury. Creamy Hass avocados. Of course. Don't ever go a day without eating at least a couple of these. Ginger, which I use for smoothies,
doesn't seem
juices,
to help.
Salad dressing, sauces. It's refreshing, but it's not that sweet.
Those arms.
That's kind of the way my days go at the moment. Like I stop.
Dude, if you eat freaking fiber and sugar like that, yeah, that's how you're gonna look like. You're literally not eating anything that can build your body.
Start with sweet fruit,
man.
And then I just eat as much as I care for.
It looks really sad.
Savory and like higher protein, higher fat. Anyways.
And scary.
Look at the color of that flesh.
Yeah, I bet he wishes it was flesh, for real.
I know it looks like a big platter, and it is, but I eat a lot of fruit. What do you want me to say? Beautiful. Good.
You don't need to tell anybody that you eat a lot of fruit. You're made out of sugar and there's fiber coming out of you non-stop. You're flushing out your whole body, your actual flesh.
Let me know down below if you guys agree, but there is something special about eating fruit in the sun naked. It just takes the experience to a whole... It just takes the whole experience to a different level. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna
No.
go strip off and eat these in
Probably
the sun
mentally
with Jill.
ill.
I say with Jill.
Probably
She'll be
very
lucky if she
likely.
gets one straw, because they're that good. Baby, I bought you some fruit. The mangoes are actually really good.
So good.
Yeah, so good.
Oh my god.
Sweet, huh?
So sweet.
Fucking creeps, man. Jesus.
Literally pure sunshine
Oh my
and
God.
fruit, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy is delusional. Totally delusional. Oh my god. Okay, thanks for confirming that you have no collagen.
How many weeks of shit?
I can't anymore.
3,
Bloody
4,
hell.
5. This is the first day that the sun has been out properly since
Since I got back from Germany.
you got back from Germany.
Like 2 weeks ago.
The sun on my skin. The rays, I can't even tell you. Frozen bananas, frozen blues, a few tablespoons of hemp seeds, some beautiful raw cashew butter. This is the cashew butter that I reviewed, I think, in my last video. It's incredible. 1 scoop of Madagascar vanilla, raw vegan protein powder from Vivo Life, and a little splash of oat milk. Look at that thick, creamy texture. I'm having a pretty basic, but absolutely bloody delicious bowl of nice cream. Would you look?
But obviously this kind of stuff also does nothing to you because he's obviously craving cream. He has basically no body fat left. Of course, he's obsessed with anything creamy, so he's trying to replicate sort of ice cream, which is nice cream, which is a stupid term.
Usually when I make nice cream, I try and make it look all presentable and stuff, and this just looks like a bowl of slop. This is like the typical way of making
That's
nice
what it
cream
is.
for me. So I think I had about 4 frozen bananas, cup of frozen blueberries, couple tablespoons of hemp seeds, which really bumps up the omega-3s.
It's just cold fiber and sugar in this case, that's it.
And then a scoop of the raw vegan protein powder, the Madagascar
And some
vanilla flavor from
polyunsaturated oils.
On our walk today, we found the weirdest place. It was like this huge thing of crates, and it was just like the perfect photo spot. So I stripped off, as per usual, took a few shots. Now I'm gonna make a taco salad because I'm really craving something savory and...
It's super common, by the way, psychologically, that when you're starved, that you get obsessed with yourself, you become narcissistic, your ego blows up, and that's exactly what you see here. Starting with a huge bowl of greens. In here I've got lots of arugula, and then some of that black kale, which is tenderized beautifully with the lime juice. Now we're gonna go toppings galore. Of course, because you don't want to swallow that stuff. Yeah. God, it looks sick. Then we're gonna blend the other ingredients together, which is the sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, some spices, and then we add this back in, and we have taco meat. All right, in go the sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna have 5 cloves of garlic. I love myself some garlic. Sweet smoked paprika, to be exact, a lot of salt. The recipe actually called for coconut sugar, which I don't... Just a severe mental illness, you're absolutely starving. You're trying to replicate animal foods in any way possible, adding all of these spices, something savory, the salt, because you're craving minerals, you're just completely starved. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually very impressed with this texture and the flavor. You look at that. Beautiful. At the bottom I've got a big bed of fresh rocket, arugula, the kale which I marinated in the lime juice, and it's quite nice and soft now. These alfalfa sprouts, and I think they're purple pea shoots as well. Wow. What happens afterwards in the bathroom? It must be absolute torture, really, man. So this is the only way you can eat the kale, yeah? That's what you meant, is buried in other stuff. Your meat imitations. Okay. Could be wrong, but I think that's what they are. Some of the sprouted lentils, pickled red sauerkraut, cherry tomatoes. This is some pickled onion. I got it from my local vegan kind of deli place. I've got a whole large, I pushed it down quite far, creamy Haas avocado, which I've drizzled with a little bit of sriracha and liquid gold. And then the best part is the taco meat, which I have to say is absolutely fucking delicious. Oh, and I've got a couple okay,
of
you crave
flax
meat a lot, in other words. That's all that this is.
Even though it's not really guac, but you know what I mean. Cheers. The flavours in simple food, done well, amazes me every time. Oh, don't know if I mentioned,
when he looks at it, he sees food because he's starving. I see incredibly many toxins. Incredibly many. Absolutely gut destroying.
I also have the sprouted lentils in there. For me, greens and things like avocados as well so satisfying, and I really crave them. And they serve me well. They're very nutrient-dense food, so I definitely...
You crave man-made plants which have never been found in nature. You crave anything because you're starving. You would eat anything at this point. This is the worst possible food a human can eat. Really. What can be worse than this? What can be worse than kale? There is nothing worse. You're literally eating the worst possible food on earth.
definitely recommend that you eat a lot of colour, a lot of variety, a lot of greens, not just on a raw vegan diet, but on any healthy diet, you know? Cheers. Big lake, well, not by my standards, a little lake of raw liquid gold. I'm gonna add more as I go through the layers.
Yeah, because you crave fat again. Liquid
We
gold.
are just heading out for a little evening picnic.
It's liquid gold
because
for
I
starving
don't know why.
vegans.
Guys, seriously, the nature here, I always complain about living in the UK, but in the summer, with this, when there's so much greenery and the berries are sprouting and there's like that smell in the air. How would you describe that smell? It's a really special smell. It's like the smell of life. A bit cheesy, but kind of, right?
Fertility.
Yeah, once a year. How is it worth living in the UK for that?
Beautiful.
Divine.
Perfect amount of pineapple. And Jean Jay.
She looks so strange. Just because she's way too skinny.
This is their raw carrot cake. I don't know what the base is made of, but I'm pretty sure the top is a cashew cream. Absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10. This is their raw millionaire shortbread slice. You know, guys, I reckon.
Okay, so the whole day he eats fiber and sugar, imitates animal foods, and then he eats cakes. Just processed garbage all day long, incredibly unhealthy.
And this is gonna be a banger.
Just a junk food addict.
Anyways,
Drug addict.
see you at dinner. Guys, the flavour, yes I am putting my finger in because it's only me and Joe eating it, but make the flavour. And it's creamy as fuck, and the flavour. And I'm going to add some fresh dill as well.
Totally lost. Okay. Oh, that arm again. Throughout the whole video. Don't people comment on his videos and say that he needs help? I don't know, maybe they're delusional because they're vegan. But clearly, hello, all day long, you're overeating on sugar, which your liver probably can't even convert to fat anymore at this point, and then you're eating creamy stuff all day. And then at the end, of course, raw noodles covered in what looked like some kind of imitation of cheese. Something creamy again. Animal foods, which his body is of course screaming for. Obviously. Do you not understand, or do you understand that you're craving animal foods like crazy at this point? Or do you actually just believe that you can eat all of these imitations, which don't have anything close to the nutrients, nothing at all, that the animal foods would have, which would actually satisfy you, make you gain weight, you would stop using all of the drugs, you would actually feel happy in your life. That's what you want. Do you not understand it? After all of this time, you only got unhealthier, that nothing is getting better, that there's just nothing going on, it's only getting worse. Like, when are you gonna snap out of it? Man, okay. Thanks for watching.